Hello guys, now in this part we're gonna build like a weather app. So that's why I have written weather Delhi. So whatever you write, like whatever your city you will give, it will give you the weather of that city. And we're gonna build the front end first, then we'll connect it with the backend, which is HTTP server or node server. But there is one problem. Where do we get the data from? Like, okay, we want the weather, but how will show the weather, like what's the weather, how we know like the weather in Delhi or Kolkata? So for that we'll use an API. So like we were building API, CRED API, the same way there are multiple APIs you can just use for free. Some are for limited time period only, after that they require payment, and some are totally free. So we'll build that only. And now firstly we can check whatever city we'll write, it will just give us the temperature. You can see a lot of stuff. Now how do we get the API where we can get the result and we can use in our project? So I'll just say weather API. Okay, just I mean whatever you want. If you want flight details, just say flight details API. So you'll get a bunch of, you can see global, you can see a bunch of people are offering a flight data APIs, but they are mostly paid because it's much about flight and stuff. So but we want weather, so we'll just say weather API. So you see you get a lot of stuff where you can just go and use that. So but I'll say I'll use this open weather map, so I think it's a good one, so I'll use that only. Okay, now how do we use that? So for that, like we'll firstly sign in, or we can just current weather data. Before that you can check what you want, like this is current weather data, so it will access weather data for any location including over 200,000 cities. So it will give you a current data. It is hardly forecast, this is another API. Then one call API, this is something. Then bulk downloading, like for 200 plus cities in once. Climate forecast for 30 days, daily forecast for 16 days. So these are bunch of APIs, they're like offering 6 APIs. So I'll say I'll use current weather API. Okay guys, so if I see the API doc, it's always advisable to use the see the API documentation. So it's showing you how you can use. So it's giving you a URL, you can see. Just go there, and here you just write the city name and you'll get it. But before that you have to give API key. So what is API key? API key is something, because suppose this is an open API, okay, if they will like won't ask API key, so anyone can come and they will just keep on using their HTTP server or whatever node server or Python server they are using, and they can like make 1 lakh requests at a time. So their server will obviously went down. So that's why they just let you like register first. So you'll register, you'll give your email, then they will track you how many times you have access using the API key. So they'll know, okay, which API key is being used again and again, then they can just block their APIs. That part we'll see like when we'll study JWT and stuff, then we'll know what are API keys better. So we'll when we'll register here, we'll get a API key that we have to enter here. Okay guys, and you can get by here also city name and state code, but state code we won't use, we'll just give city names. And yeah, that's it, city ID. So let's just see. So for that we have to firstly register, and this is called query param. So you just give a bunch of stuff after question mark, that will also study afterwards. And but we have already seen in CRED API queries, but I haven't gone deeper because that was just normal. So for using that, so maybe they will show you an option login or sign in, something like that. Okay, they are not showing here, so let's just use sign in here from. So now I'll say create an account. Now I'll say Zeno Ashraf. Now I'll give my email ID. So what email ID should I use? I'll say Sayyid Ashraf .1234.1234 @gmail.com, and I'll pick up some password. So I'll say this is my password, and I'll repeat my password. Maybe when you do this stuff, then a little bit change in the UI, so that's another part, but it will be like flow will be like this only. Then I am 16 years older, I agree with privacy. I consent. Okay, this is like extra data I just don't want to receive, so I won't click there. Now I'll say create account. Now hey, we are doing some housekeeping, so they are just doing some like collecting some data, so I'll just say company none, choose purpose, so I'll say education. Yeah, I'll say education. Okay, save it. Now here we got, so we have to firstly go to our Gmail and click whatever email ID you are using, go there and just confirm okay you are real person. So we'll just go to Gmail. So let me just pause. So after you'll open the mail you'll get, so you get something like that: dear customer, thank you for using. So you'll just click verify your email. Okay, now we'll come here. Now you can close this also and my mail also. Notice your email has been successfully confirmed. Okay guys, now I'll go to API keys. So this is the API key we get. Okay guys, so we can just copy it like this. Now we'll check the services. Weather API view. So we'll use this weather API. This is it's free and it's 60 calls per minute. You can see now they have put a threshold. More than 60 requests in a minute, they'll just block your like API key. And how much is this? 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. I think 10 lakh calls a month. So let's just get the API key. Historical, current. We'll want the current. Okay, where is the current one? Current weather. Yeah. Current weather. So we'll just copy this stuff and now we'll paste it here, and you will get the data the way we were getting in our APIs, current API. So our API, my API was where? Okay, I just lost it because I copied something else. Now I'll say API again. My API keys, I'll just copy it. Now I'll come here, remove this curly braces and API key, paste it, and the city name also I'll just remove this curly braces and city name, and I'll give Delhi. Enter. Code 401 message invalid API key, please see. Okay, they are saying you have an invalid API key. So app ID equals to API key, so everything is right. If we go here, enter API key name, default, save. You can generate as many as case you need for subscription. We load them all for you. Okay, so currently it's not working. Now we'll say weather and let us generate again. Okay, we got generated key. Now again we'll copy it, come here and paste it. Okay, it's saying 401 invalid API key. So why this is an invalid? Okay guys, now I have got the result. Basically they let you access their API after like 15 to 20 minutes. So if you go here, and I was getting error of 401, and if you open, you can see your API key is not activated yet. Within the next couple of hours it will be activated and ready to use. So my API key wasn't activated, so that's why I was getting 401 error, and most probably you will also get the same error because it will like take around like from 15 minutes to 2 hours depending how they are letting you go. So again, suppose this is a Delhi weather, and if I write here Mumbai, we getting the weather of Mumbai. But you can see it's not looking so cool. I mean, you just can't read it. So let me just copy this whole stuff and paste it here, so it will automatically I just like data dot json, paste it here, I save it. So yeah, so you can see it automatically now looking good. So yeah, so you can see we got a bunch of stuff. So we got longitude, latitude. So let's just check whether Mumbai have the same longitude, latitude. We'll say Mumbai lat and long. Okay guys, it's 19 and 72, and what we are getting, 19 and 72 same. Then we are getting description haze and base station, and then we are getting temperature, that's 300. So it's in the Fahrenheit. So if we just copy, change Fahrenheit to Celsius, so we'll give Fahrenheit is 300, so Celsius 148. So that's too much hot, so it's not in the Fahrenheit, I think. We have to go back and look Fahrenheit, Celsius, but let me go back and check what they are giving in temperature. Weather temp 282. Okay, main, in the main Kelvin. Okay, it's in Kelvin, and metric Celsius. Okay, let's just go to Kelvin. Yeah, okay, it's 26 Celsius. So currently it's 26 degree, and yeah, so that's stuff. So then we have other stuff also. We got minimum temperature, maximum, what's the pressure. I mean, you don't really care why it's sending you wrong or right, because you just want to implement in your website. Then this visibility, then wind speed, then some other stuff, time zone. Yeah, so name Mumbai. Okay guys, now we'll let this website be open, so we can come here and check, okay, what this mean, what that mean. So if we want to implement, so we can implement in our website. So firstly we'll build a website which will be of Bootstrap of the front end, and there we'll implement this. So let me just delete this part. I mean, let it be. I can maybe I refer it. So here I'll say index.html. So this is my first index.html. I can just close. Now here I'll say Bootstrap 5. Introduction to Bootstrap. Now here I'll say starter template, copy, and we'll just paste it here. So yeah, so this option 2 will remove because we don't want option 2. Now we'll say div, and here we'll say class, and here we'll just say container fluid. So guys, I'm not will like building a very beautiful front end. I will just build a basic one, so I can just show you how you can do the server side rendering. And if you are confused what is server side rendering, basically sending the page from the backend, that is called server side rendering. I'll tell you more about it when slowly we'll build. And here we just put a lot of enter, and we'll open with live. Yeah, so we got it. Okay guys, now we won't have these nav and stuff. Firstly we'll go with directly with the cards. So I'll say cards. No, I don't need components, and I'll say card, and here I'll get some card. So most probably I'll use should I use this card? I don't need buttons. Okay, this card will be okay. I'll just copy it, and here I'll just give, firstly I'll give a background color, so I'll say background color to be info of the whole div. And here I just make a row div, I'll say class row. I can make it a little bigger. Yeah. Now I'll make a div class 12, oh sorry, column. Now we'll just paste this here and save it. Now here we'll go, we got this stuff. Okay, I know it's not looking that good. So firstly we'll give this row some height, so we'll say style height 1000 pixels. Okay, yeah, we got it. Now we'll put this column in between, so we'll say justify content center. Okay, column will say display flex. Yeah, we got in the center and it's too much big, so I'll say align items content center. Okay, let me just change this to no. It's going too big. We have to give the, we'll say style height 200 pixels. Yeah, we got the 200 pixels, so I'll just make it 400 because I need a little big. Yeah, that's okay. Now we'll give some margin, so it should come in between, or I can just say align items content center. Okay, align I'll just give the margin directory margin top, I'll say 100 pixels. Okay, firstly I'll just cut this part from here. Yeah, paste in the card class. Yeah, now it again got bigger. Okay, we are missing this, that's why we are some having problems. Okay, now everything's margin top 100 pixels, height 300. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that's margin top. White's margin top, I mean why margin top is not working, why it's not giving the margin. Okay, so it was scrolled down, so I thought that why I just thought it not giving, so let me give 200. Okay, yeah, now here I give the height of 800 pixels only. Sorry, it got 8000. Let me just remove the 700, or I'll say 750, or I'll let this be 710, 720. Yeah, so I mean it's not the best design or not the best practices, but I'm just telling you how you can build. Okay guys, now here we'll give the image if you want, so let's just comment this part out. Now we'll just put side by side this stuff. Yeah, so we were getting what stuff, let's just see. We were getting, firstly we have to show the temperature, sorry, city. So for that, let me just save it. So image part is gone, and here we got some text. So firstly we'll just remove this card text. Now here I'll say strong, and now here I'll say city is Mumbai, suppose. Afterwards I will like dynamically put this stuff, but for now I'm just putting it like this, city Mumbai. And here we'll give the temperature 34 or 25 or degree Celsius, 25 Celsius. Okay, save it. Okay, we got this. So we'll put a BR here. Yeah, or maybe we can just give what these stuffs are, or maybe not. So okay, let's just give, and here we'll just say city. Let's just look how it will look if I give the key name also. Okay, yeah, now it's looking much better. So I'll just, what I'll do, I'll let the Mumbai be here, and I'll put it into bold, and now here I'll just put it as span. Here I'll say city. Okay, we got city Mumbai, and I think this should be also in bold only, but here I'll just add italics also, so it should look good. Yeah, city Mumbai. Now we'll add a bunch of stuff like this, and let me just delete this thing, and we'll just do copy paste of the same stuff. Then we'll say temperature, minimum, maximum, this, then this, then this, then this. Save it, and I think, yeah. Now here I'll say temperature, and here I'll say 25. Then I'll say minimum temperature, whatever I'll get, 20. Maximum temperature, 30. And what else we get? Humidity, pressure. We can use humidity and pressure also. We'll say humidity 8000. Then we'll again copy this stuff, pressure. Yeah, so this is what our data look like, but I think it should be in a like row. So like you can see this temperature is between, and city was here, temperature is here, minimum temperature is here. So what I can do, I can just divide into put a row and divide into two columns equal. So that also can be done, there is no problem in that, but that will make our work very hectic. So what can we do else? So we'll say we can do this also, or if I just give float properties everywhere, suppose in the Mumbai, I'll just say style float, right? Same way I'll do for this 25 temperature. Let's just see. Okay, now it's still better than before. Now we'll just put it. Okay, but this width is so smaller, so we'll just give some width. So style width 18 rem, or I'll say width to be 200 pixels. Okay, width is not working, so we can say like so I just, okay, let me just remove this style and put it once only. X. Okay, yeah, it's working. So I didn't knew we can't add two styles. I thought it's maybe. So we'll just say 300 pixels. Yeah, so we're getting temperature, this stuff, and a lot. Now we'll just remove the height part and let the height be default. And okay, that's very much big. Okay, yeah, so let it be. Now what I'll say, I'll add some fonts. So I'll say Google Fonts. Google Fonts. So Roboto font is the most famous font. So I'll just use this font, select this style. Then I'll say, okay, I got the link, font family. I'll just copy this link, paste it above. And how do we use it? Just we say font family Roboto. Copy, come here. Let me just make it smaller. And where was it? Why it's title in red? Okay, it's not correctly ending. Yeah, now we'll add this in the style. In the top body only, we'll just say style and we'll just paste it here. So yeah, we got it. Or we can just I can just use this, or just firstly remove this. Okay, how to remove this font? Select this style. Okay, now where it's gone? Yeah. Okay, medium 500. So I'll just, I think that Roboto weight 500, that I have to only change. If I just change, where was the 300 to 500, it will just become, yeah, so that's only. So now let's just put some BRs also, I mean break line, because it was so close looking. Paste, 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 save it. Yeah, so now it's pretty much looking good. Now we have to access that website and get the data. And I think there is one more thing I should look for. Okay, there is nothing else. Maybe some font I should use in the top in image. So I'll say font awesome. I'll just use any of the font. Start for free. Icons, I'll use maybe weather, or let me directly use an image only. Weather images. Oh, this is so much such a good pick. Copy image address. Now in this part we'll just go to src and we'll just put it here and just save it. Now it will just, I don't know how it will look for now. Okay, see, now we make it a little wider, sorry, height. So I'll say 500, maybe 4 was good. Or maybe I'll just margin top to make it 150. Yeah, so now it's looking good also. Now after the image I'll put a BR. Yeah, so now it's looking good also. I'm just getting some random data, temperature and all that stuff. Now firstly I have to access that API. So how should I access? So I'll just make another script tag, and where I'll just access the data. So I'll say script.js. Now I'll say fetch. Firstly I'll make a function constant get weather. It will be an asynchronous function, obviously, async async. Now before that I'll say constant URL equals to. So what will be our URL? So our URL will be, okay, I lost the URL where it was. I'll say get API key and copy any one of them, then go to services. Let me paste the API here, otherwise I'll copy something else and it will just go away. And I'll say view get current weather. Yeah, I'll just say copy paste, just get this API, paste it here, and city name I'll say Lucknow. Okay, it's currently fine. So I'll just copy this and paste it here, save it. Now guys, we have get the URL. Now we have to fetch the data. So I'll say async and I'll say fetch. Here I'll give the URL and I'll say await, and here I get the response, or I'll say result response whole. Then I'll say const response equals to await response. I'll change into JSON, and then I'll console the response. Okay guys, save it. Now if I go to my weather app, weather, yeah, if I open inspect app console, reload this, we got nothing. Why? Because we haven't included it in our script. So here I'll just include it my script. Here I'll say script tag src, and it's /script.js, and here I'll just defer load after when your whole HTML is got loaded. Save it. Uncaught error identified response has already been declared. Yeah, so I'll just remove this part, save. We are not getting a response, so why is that? So firstly let me get the console.log. It's not getting the response. There is some error or what? We are saying, okay, we are not calling the function obviously, so we'll say get weather, save it. Okay, we got the response, assignment to constant variable obviously, so here I'll just say const res. So we got the data, and here I'll just print the res. Oh yeah, so if you can see, we got the data. and we are getting clouds also all 75. So what's this clouds, whatever. Then we got the weather, wind, we got coordinates. So basically we can access. Now we just have to push the data there. So for that, what we'll do, we'll just go there and give ID to every stuff. So here I'll give, in this bold, ID will be city, then ID will be temperature, then ID will be min temp, then here ID will be max temp, ID will be max temp, then here ID will be humidity, then here ID will be pressure. I think these things should be in small. There's no any problem with capital, but yeah, so this, yeah. So now firstly I'll just stop calling the weather API, other my what to say, time will be over. Okay, yeah. So now we got it. Now we'll get the data and push there. So firstly we'll say, after calling the weather API, we'll just inside here only, or we can just call it in the real time also. We'll say constant element. Let me just do side by side. So firstly we have city element, so we'll say constant city element equals to document dot query select, sorry guys, query selector, and here I'll just say city. Now constant temp element equals to document dot query select. Why is getting that selected? And here we'll select the temperature. Now we'll say constant minimum temperature, we got min temp element equals to document dot query selector, and here we'll say minimum temp. Then again we'll select, let me just copy it instead of selecting. Then we have max and humidity, so we'll just copy to max, humidity and pressure also, so we'll copy once more. So now we'll got here we'll just cut this line and paste after min, change min to max, here also to max. Now here I'll just say humidity and pressure, so here I'll just select humidity, and here I'll say pressure. So I think guys you got it what I am doing. I'm just selecting the element, so after I get the response I can just push the data directly there. So now I'll just console every element, so I can cross check whether I am getting all well or not. City element, temperature element, min temperature element, max temperature element, humidity element, pressure element. Now as soon as we save it, it will just print okay, we are just successfully getting all the elements. Now after the response we have to just get the data somehow, oh sorry, push the data somehow. So for that what we'll say, we are consoling the rest, so let's just console it once and check how the type of data and how can we say dot this dot that. Save it, and we got the, we'll say, so firstly is temperature na city, so firstly I'll go for city. Okay, name, so we can say dot name, so we'll say constant city equals to res dot city, and let me just open side by side. Yeah, now I'll just say, now I can just close this for now. Yeah, then we'll say constant, we got temperature, so we'll say temp equals to, now let's just check where is the temperature. So temperature is in the main, inside that we have temp, so we'll say res, we'll say res dot main dot temp. Okay, it's inside that. Then min and max also there only, const min temp equals to res dot main dot temperature minimum. Then we'll copy the max also, same, we'll just say here max, here also we'll say just max. So we are in the rest main, we got city, temperature, minimum, maximum. Now two things are left, humidity and pressure, so they are in, I think in weather, no inside wind. Okay, we got in the above. Okay, humidity and pressure are there only, sorry guys, so I thought it was somewhere else. So we'll say const humidity equals to res dot main dot humidity, and say const pressure equals to res dot main dot pressure. Now I'll just console everything so I can check I'm getting everything or not, and this I can remove because I can access every element. So now I'll say what I should say, I can say like yeah, console, I have to console, I just forgot what I have to do. I'll say city temperature min temperature, sorry, yeah, min temperature comma max temperature comma humidity comma pressure. Let's just see what we are getting, and we can just, yeah, let this be also, save it, undefined. So we got everything, just one thing was undefined, that city I think, because we got temperature, minimum, maximum, humidity and pressure. So why city is not accessible, let me just see. Okay, it's called name, not city, so we'll just change it to name. So we got name also, but you can see there are some problems, not problems, but we can just fix it. Minimum and max temperature also the same, I mean they must be sending the current temperature, so whatever it is. So we'll just do some minus 10 and plus 10, so plus 12, so we can like show okay they are minimum and maximum temperature. Now it's much better. Minimum 292, maximum 314, and current is 302. So now that's looking much better. Now I'll just remove this console part. Now you know the drill, we just have to push it here by inner HTML. So here I'll say city element dot inner HTML equals to city. Then I'll say temp element dot inner HTML equals to temperature. Then I'll say minimum temp element dot inner HTML equals to min temp. Then I'll say this copy for the max, and here I'll just change it to max. Now the humidity, so I'll say humidity element dot inner HTML equals to humidity. I can just could have done inner text also, but yeah, let it be. Pressure element dot inner HTML equals to pressure. Now let's just see whether we get Lucknow or it will be Mumbai only. So save it. So we got the changed data, but you can see if we again reload this, firstly we get Mumbai, so that's not looking good. So here what we can say, in the index HTML file, here we'll change it to loading. I'll say LOADING, loading. Here also the result I'll say loading. So if the data is taking time, so it doesn't show the wrong data. Save it. Firstly we got loading, then we get the whole data. Now everything is fine, but we can do one thing. You know what? It's regarding city. I mean, you guys did right. So we can just ask the user to enter the city they want to search. We won't give city by ourselves. So for that we should have a button. So just before the card body, I should have an input tag. Here I'll say type text, and like this, and we'll have a button, and we'll say get, and let me just comment it out, other my API time can get over, because I'll save again and again stuff. Now I save it, so we are getting like this. Now I'll say class equals to button primary, or you can say button dash outline. Oh, what happened to it? Yeah, outline. Yeah, okay, let this be. Yeah, that's also looking good. But in here I can say class form dash control. Yeah, now that's also looking okay now. So if I make it bigger, we got a text here of, we can just put a placeholder or something like that. Placeholder, enter the city. You enter the city and we'll get the data for you. Okay guys, now the user will enter the city. So how do we get the data? So on get we'll call the function name was get weather. Okay, so we'll say on click we'll say get weather. We'll just call this function called get weather, but after that I'll say constant name equals to document dot query selector, and here I'll take the input. So why I have not done above? Because I mean, yeah, I can just do above also and get the value afterwards. Okay, yeah, so now I'll say now I'll get the value in the name dot value, but this I have to push into URL. So here I'll just say I'll just cut the URL part from here, paste it here, and I'll change it to let. Maybe we can search again, and in this I'll give it to params like query strings. Now I'll say here I'll say just the name of the city. Name, I have to add dollar name dot value. So whatever the value the person will give, I'll just show them. Save it. Everything's fine. Now let's just get, okay, we got this much bigger, so I have to fix that also. So I'll just go here, where I have to say increase the height to 600 and remove it by 100 pixels. Yeah, now here I'll just enter the city Lucknow. Get, we got it. Now we'll say Mumbai. Get, got Mumbai data. Now we'll say what we can say, like a wrong name del, just DIWL, and it's not getting any data, and we are getting some error because cannot read property. So you can handle the error also by yourself, like if this is the data, then okay, that's an error. And suppose the user is searching null. If I say get, now again I'll get error cannot read property because that's a null. I mean nothing to decode. So it's city not found error, and this is nothing to decode. So that's really very easy. We can just put required here, but it's on the client side. Client can just go into elements and remove that, so you have to put it on the JavaScript side also. But for now I can just put it on here only. Get, okay, I have to cover this in form also. I mean that will be just another part of the story. Then I have to add form, then I have to add listen, so I can just say it here also. If name dot value is equals to null, just return, don't do anything. I'll just return. Okay, now if I show you, there won't be any error. If I just say search, so no error because value is null, so that's why. But if you get a wrong data right, then it will show error, that's for sure. So you have to say if error is this, then send this. If I say Lucknow, but these stuff like if error is this or that will obviously see when we'll use Express.js, because that will be a much bigger part. We got the data. Okay guys, now this same stuff I will just use HTTP server and render it on the front side. So you can check how we can use HTTP server to work with the HTML files. So let's just start with that. So before that, I just wanted to just copy this script, Control X, and paste it here in the script tag below. So guys, in this, like, now we'll see the HTTP server part. So this is what your front end, I mean, it's not completely your front end, but when you use React, so you can just directly use your, you can just control, do the fetch and other stuff. So this is the front end, and we are working with the APIs. We are just sending the API request, getting the data. Now the same page I'll send from the Node.js, then that will be called server side rendering. So what's the difference when you build your own front end? So this is my own front end, I'm fetching the requests, I'm not dependent on the backend. Apart from that, they are just giving me the data, so I can just load by myself. Okay guys, but this is not a front end. In a real front end is like React, Vue, jQuery, that are called front end more, but I am not dependent on the backend stuff. Okay, not on the Node.js. Now what, I'll build a website where I do server side rendering, means I will send this HTML file from the Node.js, so that is called server side rendering. So let's just start with that. So I'll just firstly close this whole stuff because they are not much required for now, and I can just go to Google. Yeah, now I'll just make it bigger, and so much of stuff. Now I'll make a new file which I'll call app.js. now here firstly I'll do few stuff. I'll say npm init, initialize the repository. We got it. Project name this, version name this, description, I mean, let it be all the stuff. Yes, so we got it. So now we'll say constant http equals to require http. Now we'll say constant server http dot create server. We have a request comma response. Now here I'll just rest dot send, sorry, end data send. I'll say server dot listen data. Oh sorry, port, I have to give the port number 4000. Now I'll just run it and check. So basically I run it from the command prompt because I like more than this. So I'll say node index app.js. so it's currently running, so I'm not printing anything, so that's why you can't see. Here I'll go and say localhost 4000. so we got data sent. So here I can just say to know server is up and running. Console.log. Now everything is fine, but how to send the whole website back? So before that, I'll just do one thing in the, not in the script tag, in the HTML file. I'll just remove this loading of script or comment it out because currently I'm not loading. Now I'll just send it to the server. So how I can do it? So I'll just read the file, constant file equals to, firstly I get the fs module, Now I'll read the file, so I'll say constant file equals to fs.read file sync. Which file? So I'll index.html in UTF-8 mode. After that, I'll just print the file to check how we are getting the data. Save it. So a problem arises, so we have to again reload. So we can install Node1 also, but let it be. So you can see we got the whole data. So we can see we got the whole script. Now we'll just have to send this script to the front end. That's it. But it's not that easy. I'll tell you, a lot of other steps are left. Now I'll say rest.end and I'll just say file. Okay guys, now save it, and I can just remove this console. Server is up and running. Go here. Boom, we got the website, guys. Now if I do so, let me just check the script. We have all the script also, everything's fine. So this is what server side rendering, like you are just requesting the server to get you the data, like the page. So if I'll say Lucknow, I'll get the Lucknow. If I say London, I'll get London. If I say Auckland, I'm getting the Auckland data. But Auckland is New Zealand capital or what? I'll just, because I just like their name. It's like, yeah, city in New Zealand, not the capital. Then what's the capital of New Zealand? New Zealand capital. Okay, it's Wellington. I never knew. So yeah, let's back to the coding. So we got it. Now there is a major thread. How? If we open the inspect tab, you go to script and you can see here we have our URL and here we have app ID. So this app ID should be secret, should be a secret. So that's why we just can't send this whole like we can't send the API to the front end. We have to do something on the back end only to request the API, get the data, put it in our, like in here wherever we are getting, and then send the data, because we just can't let our API to open, anyone can get and use that. So that's why we have backend also and we do other stuff also. So for that we have a module called request, and I'll say npm. So it's loading, guys. Yeah, so you can see how to use it. So basically we'll say request and the API we want to get the data from. So we are not streaming, so we'll just remove streaming. So we'll get the data in chunk, get the data. After getting the data, we'll after like or on end, we'll just return back the data to the front backend. So how do we do it? So let's just firstly install this request module. So if you are getting confused, when I'll do it, then you'll know much. So I'll say npm install request. So it's getting installed, guys. So I got it. Now if I say package JSON file, so I got request module. Okay guys, I've installed one module only till now. Now I don't know what will be I'll do in future. So I'll say constant and I'll say request equals to require request. Okay guys, now we'll just use this request. Okay guys, but before that I can just go to script tag sorry, not script tag, index.html, close the script, and I can just remove the script tag because we just don't need it anymore. So I can just now I'll just save it. Yeah, now here I'll just request the API first, get the data, then we'll see what we have to do in file. So how to request, so they have shown us how to do that, so that's why we use these packages, like node packages, because we don't have to code it from starting, they have done for us only. So firstly I'll give the URL here, so I'll say constant URL, and what is the URL, so skip.js, I'll just copy the URL like this. So for now let me change the $name dot, okay, this is, I have to remove the string literals also, and $name dot value to Lucknow. Okay guys, so let me make it a bigger, yeah, or let me just put it here, Control X. Now I'll say request dot request URL, then it will give us a dot on. So dot on is a event, I mean, let me make it smaller, yeah. So I'll say dot on request this URL, and on I'll get the data. So it should be data only, you can't write data 1 2 3 or something like that, because data is also an event. And I'll get a callback, so I can make an arrow function. So you can write this function chunk, or you can make this arrow function and get the chunk. And in here I'll say console dot log, I'll get the chunk. And after that you can see this on is like with the ending of this only, like ending of this bracket. So I'll say on, and when you have finished the work, if you get any error, just give me the error. I'll say if error, I'll just console dot log error dot message, or I'll just say console dot log, or I'll say res dot send, and done. So let's just see, run it and see. So if I go to this part, I'll say node app.js. Now we got nothing. As soon as I go here again, hit it, so we can see we got the coordinate stuff. We can see coordinates, we are getting the coordinates. Now we have to, it's in the JSON format, we have to parse it, then send it to backend, sorry, front end. So for that, firstly I'll say constant, and here I'll say object, and I'll say JSON dot pass, I'll pass the chunk data. Now again I console dot log object. Now I'll get a real object instead of this passed, instead of this JSON, sorry guys. So you can see now we got the whole data. Now same here, you can see in the script tag, as we were getting this data, so we'll just copy same as it is, so we can get in the here also. Let me just close this part, and yeah, so and if you are confused why it is printing two times, maybe because maybe data is coming in two times, so that's why. Just don't focus on that, because when you study express, these problems won't be there, because it's a pretty old way to do stuff. So but that's the base. So what I'm doing, I'm giving the URL. Here you have to search I'm requesting the URL, then on when the data start coming, I'll say get in the chunk, but the data is in the JSON. I'm just formatting it into objects, JavaScript or Node.js. After that, same res.name, res.main temperature, res.main temp min -10, and same stuff. Okay guys, now I'll just print these stuff, so check whether I am right or not. Comma temp, comma minimum temp, comma max temp, is there a spelling mistake in min temp, because why it's not showing as this color? Okay, if I write humidity, then pressure, why minimum temperature not got changed? Okay, it's dot. Okay, I have to make it, yeah. Now if I save it, everything's fine. Again run it, server running, we'll just hit it, and we got res.main.temp cannot read temp property. Okay, it's object, so let me just change it to res. Now if I just go again, where is my, yeah, run it. So we got the both the data. Now we just have to replace it in the HTML. So what we'll do, after we have loaded the file, we'll just replace this loading with the current data. So for that, what I'll do, I'll just make it like curly braces city. So why this curly braces? It's not required, but it's like a, I mean, you can just easily, it won't get like a mismatch. You are writing city and this city also, so we'll just say replace city which is in curly braces. Here we'll say temp, here we'll say min temp, here we'll say max temp. And believe me guys, this all stuff I'm doing for the first time, because nobody uses this stuff nowadays. And we'll say humidity, now we'll just say pressure. So now we'll just replace these terms in our script. If we go to app.js script, after getting it, so I'll just say remove this console, I'll just say file dot replace, and I'll say replace this city with the current city. Okay guys, I'll do file dot replace, then I have a temperature with current temperature. So what will happen, we have the city name, I'm sitting in the file, so we are loading the file above, so we'll get the file, and I'll just say replace this city with the current city what we have got. Okay, so dot replace is a is a string thing, like string handling part that I have already taught you in JavaScript. File dot replace, now here I'll say min temp to min temp. I'll say file dot replace max temp, and here I'll say max temp. Let me just go straight. Yeah, now it's much easier. Now I'll say file dot replace humidity, and here I give the humidity, and I'll say file dot replace pressure. Now here I give the pressure. So we are just replacing this stuff with the what value I got, and here I just send the file, and if error I'll just say res dot end the error message, save it. Now we'll just say okay. Now go here and do this city. Okay, it's not got replace. Why? Because we are doing two things wrong. Firstly, we are loading it in constant, so we just can't change it. Secondary, after replacing I have to save it in a same file only na, so that's why I'll say because it returns back the replaced item, so we have to get it in the file only. Save it, go again. Okay, now we got it and it was too hectic. So now if we just if we write something in city, so that won't work. Obviously we won't get any console error or something like okay, sorry. Yeah, we get like function not defined because there is a function, so it say function can't find the function. See, get weather is not defined, so we just, so we have to search also. So firstly it will be loading, so first then it will be a search. So for search what can we do? What can we do for search? So okay, yeah, so we can just write the search API here only, in here a script tag, so or we can say in the above somewhere between. Okay, here it will work. So what I am trying to say, I will just make a search request to the backend where I will just give the city name, and they will just give all the data back like we were requesting the API, and here I will just with the help of ID just change the stuffs. So for that, firstly what I'll say, here firstly I'll say if request dot URL is equals to slash. So this is for normal when we go to home page, and we'll open this. And we'll build the API. This was server side rendering. We'll say if request dot URL is equals to slash search. So we'll request on the search, and so like we'll send the data by post or in the queries. So this is the query. So if you remember, we have built the CRUD API. So this is the CRUD API code, and here we are receiving the data. Here we can see in the post, and here I am I was receiving in the query also. There was somewhere, I just can't see. Okay, maybe I have deleted it or what. Yeah, so let it be. So we can see the code is here. We'll just get the data like this only, request dot on body data. Just we have to write this much of stuff, so we'll just copy it, same stuff, and we'll just paste it. So what we are saying, we are taking a body and saying whatever data is coming, just give us the data, and I'll just copy into body. Apart from that, after that, like I'll go back here again, and again we are just doing the same end stuff. So I'll just copy this whole stuff and here I will just paste it. So on when we send the data in the forms and we can get the data in the body, then we'll just pass the data, because we were getting some undefined at that time also, so we'll just pass it. So here we are reading the file, we just don't need that. Then parsing the file, don't need that also. Max ID not needed, and not needed that also. Then console.log body, I mean, yeah, you can say that we can just need the body only to check what data we have got, and now that's it, and we'll return the same data. Okay, let's just save it. Now here we'll come to index.js. Okay, not index.js, so this was previous files, index.html. Now in the script I'm calling the function called getWeather. So I'll just make a function constant get weather is equals to async now. Here I'll just copy this weather part, because I'm gonna literally using that. So I'll just copy this. Yeah, and come to HTML. So when we call the function again, I will, okay, let me just remove this line and this line. Yeah, so when we click the search button, I will again, if the value is null, return, otherwise I'll send the data to the URL, and this time I'll say my URL will be http://localhost 4000/search, and here method will be post. So I'll say method, and I'll say method. Here I'll say post. Now here I'll give the body. So in body I will come to script tag. You can see I'm selecting the input tag. I'll select the input tag and send back. So I'll say name dot value, but it will just give the single string, so I'll just change into object. I'll say city, and I will just say json.stringify. So I know it's pretty much. So what I'm doing, the same searching, I'm just here I'm changing the URL. So I will just sending the input tag after, and afterwards getting the value, changing to the JSON format, whatever I'm getting the response, I'll just console the response and then get the data and input the data to the main tag, but here we haven't selected these also. So I will just copy this query selector for all of it. So yeah, and for this also I'll put it here only. Now let's just check what data we are getting in this when we search it. So by default I'll get post 4000. Now if I search Mumbai, let's just check whether we are getting any data or error. What? Oh, we got the Mumbai. So if you haven't watched the CRUD part, then you'll maybe lag because it's because I'm doing the same stuff what I did in the CRUD API, because it's totally unnecessary, because I like tell you again what I am like doing here. Request.end body chunk data. So now I'll just request this URL again, and for that I'll just say I'll just can copy this request module request.on chunk json dot. I don't have to pass it because I can just copy this whole stuff. Come here, paste it. Inside this I'll open another request and on the URL, and this time URL will be this. So I have to just copy it firstly, and here I say string literals. Here I will just change this to dollar. Here it says we are getting this now, so we'll say body dot city. So inside body we have a city. I'll say body dot city, then on data I'll get some data, but I won't pass it because I will just send the same data as I get. And then on end, when I'll get the all data, I'll just send it back. Chunk I know it's pretty much hectic to you because my mind is also going like this when there's so much. Now let's just check, then I'll again explain you what is going on. Hope it will work, but my 90% guess is it will work. If I say Mumbai, let me reload this stuff. Yeah, now I say Mumbai, search. Okay, let me check the console. Redirect false. Okay, true. Response. Okay. Okay, why I'm sending the file? I have to send the this response, na, this chunk response. Okay, this is outside the inside this function, so I just can't access it. So here I'll just define one let response like this. and here I'll say response, save it, again run the server, hit the server, so say Mumbai, get, oh we got it. And it was so much hectic. If I say London, I got the London data. So how it's happening? So as I told you here, every script I copied, so when I say get weather, it just select the all the IDs like in the front end we are doing. Then I get this URL search, then I send the data with the city and the city name. In the app.js, you can see it's coming here, okay, saying okay it's a search API, getting the request.on data, getting all the data. Then I'm taking a response variable, then I'm telling when you have got the data what I have posted from the backend, just pass and replace undefined because we are getting extra undefined previous also, and console it. So we were consoling like Mumbai, London. Then request the API with the same city name, and when that response come, just get the data in chunk and save into a response variable which is defined here. When the response is complete, then on end send back the response same, and I'll just work with the, I'll get the response, change into JSON, console it, and just print everything. And this is all got console data. If I say New York, we got the New York data. If I reload it, and now the main important step, our APIs got saved, because I mean where was our API in the script tag body div, it was above only na. Yeah, so now only this my like domain in www.google.com/search will be visible, so no one can know my private API keys, which will be totally, what to say, private. And you say okay, now they can use that, obviously they can use that, but it's better than that, getting my whole stuff out. And in here also we'll give some type of login and stuff, then only they can use, otherwise they just can't use. And nobody, like, you don't have some money in that API, because nobody just goes to any API and get that, just keep on playing. Okay guys, because you can just go to Google also, this is on like kind of API only, like www.godaddy.com suppose, so they are sending API request, so you just go on to keep on hitting. I mean what you'll get nothing. But yeah, we should always save our important private data in API if is there. And this was all about sending HTML file, getting the data from the front end, changing the data when we get the response, and yeah, all that stuff. So thank you for this part guys.